We have Dragonmaids for you today. I bet you didn't think you'd ever see that. Dinosaurs are back, and we actually have Gold Pride as well. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. When was the last time that you saw Dragonmaids actually doing something? I'll give you a hint. It's been a very, very long time. And of course, you know, the little Bysteel friends in here being a big help to this deck. But I do want to say here that the Bysteel stuff is, you're not doing Lubellions, you're not doing the Branded Regained and stuff like that. You're doing some basic normal stuff in here. And Hospitality is still one of the best cards that you could actually have going for you. Now, this build did play 2 crossouts, 1 called by the grip. This is mainly because, you know, we're not trying to lose to, you know, talents, you know, stupid good cards like this. Droll and Lockbird can be a little bit of a hindrance along the way. You got to remember, you're playing a deck that doesn't necessarily feel like it's the craziest thing in the room. But you got to remember, you know, putting an Omni on the field that toggles down into another monster is really strong. And then, you know, backing it up with some pretty standard stuff. Also, Tidying is a really good card. And we're also getting, it's been a long time since I've actually seen Downtime be relevant. And of course, you know, if worse comes to worse, you know, depending on what your environment is, Super Poly is going to assist you with taking out, you know, the rest of these problem cards. You know, being able to have answers to whatever your meta is going to throw at you, it's going to be really good. Also, you know, generic dragons also help for some of these, you know, fusions along the way. So especially if you run into Dragon Link or something like that, you know, who knows, a free Dissipator is just a free little fusion for this deck. Things that you got to think about out here for 500, especially, you know, when a dragon is very popular like that in the meta, you can take advantage of some crazy little things. But yes, this list did crazy good. I'm so happy to see it do well. Next up here, we have Dinosaurs. Well, you know, I can't say that I'm not surprised to know that double Pinkertops made a little bit of a difference out here for somebody. It was just a matter of time that we were going to look at all of these dinosaur decks and we were going to go, oh, hey, yeah, Pinkertops is a card. You know, yes, it is. That means the dinosaurs now have another double evolution pill target to go into. I'm not saying that, like, this is the sole reason why Dinosaur can do just a little bit better, but I am going to say that, man, having one more going second card in your deck that ups your synergy about tenfold actually helps out. Now, we are playing the Fire Opalhead as our extra little target for Ground Xeno here. Though, interestingly enough, we're not doing any of the little fusions in here. To be fair, the fusions are 100% optional. It comes down to, can you dedicate a slot down here in the extra deck? And the way it looks here, they could not manage to find little tech slot to throw in, you know, the giant howitzer or something somewhere along the way. We're just using this to get the free destroy one. And we are playing a Snatch Steal in the main deck. Honestly, this is fine. This is just, this is collateral damage to prove to you how stupid, you know, Snatch Steal can be. You're able to, you know, bust this on out, laugh at your opponent, and then your opponent's like, wow, you just stole my monster. Like, how unfair of you. And then, of course, you see the rest of the big party down here. You have the Change of Hearts, you have the Mind Controls. You have all of these stupid, strong power cards to assist you in jacking your opponent's stuff to help you out along the way. So overall, very strong list. Very different than what we're used to seeing with a lot of this stuff, but that's good. You want to see people challenging, you know, deck builds out here. Next up, we have Gold Pride Punk. Once again, I want to ask you the question. It has been how long since we have seen a deck like this actually come out of the woodwork here and do its thing? I also want to point out down here that we are playing our Impiamus and the Ascon down here as well. We're actually seeing the Goaty monsters actually making a free little stepping stones showcase down here just so that you can do your thing. And also, I mean, this is kind of interesting to see little interactions and things I guess this deck is trying to do. This is two too big brained for me to understand the crazy intricacies that we've got going on here, other than, you know, we're playing a Schiff in the main deck. Which, okay, another free little fish tuner monster. I suppose that this is kind of cool. We are also playing the full armored Xyz package down here as well. Now, once we do get the next piece of the full armored Xyz package, this little engine's going to turn into something a little bit more value, in my personal opinion, which actually will be kind of nice. We've been needing a little bit of a booster for this engine to actually, you know, get a little bit more free value along the way. Your side deck is incredibly anti-meta. Like, holy crap, man, you do not want your opponent having the chance to do any of this craziness out here that they might be throwing at you. Genuinely impressive, actually. Outside of that, I'm happy to see that the ideas that I want to call this the TCG exclusive pile, but that we actually have Gold Pride kind of coming together here and actually functioning. All right, all real things considered, this deck, I thought, fell off. Next up here, it is Vanquish Soul and Friends. Well, here's the thing with Vanquish Soul at this point, everybody. I don't really... You lost There Can Only Be One. Honestly, I think losing this card hurt this deck a lot. I don't think people really understood how much of a free win that this card was able to give you. Like, you flip this, your opponent stared at you and went, oh, okay, you know, this is pretty strong. Yes, it can be. I do see that, of course, we're still doing the triple Fenrir with the one copy of the Rise Heart. This is our favorite fire reveal in the whole wide world, right? Like, this card just makes it so that we're able to do everything that we want. So we have Pot of Prosperities in here for filtering. We're playing 2 copies of the Geolong. We're actually playing 2 copies of Kaiser Varius. I always thought that 2 was the way to go, but we had people out here that were trying out one-ofs for Kaiser Varius. It just feels so wrong seeing that, because it feels like it just goes against the deck so much. I do see that we're also playing a Baldrake, a Druis Worm, and a Magna Hut. The Baldrake here is a very interesting surprise to actually see, but I suppose, you know, when you can literally pop anything here, you're kind of off to the races. And of course, we're actually playing 2 Ghost Bell in the Haunted Mansion here as well for this deck. Spell ratios, I don't really see much of an issue. I mean, Raysloth is just a free tutor for this. Like, this just ensures that you're able to get to your one little extra monster, kind of get things going for the combo and do your thing. And of course, hi Pinkertops, how are you, buddy? Rawr, I'm a dinosaur, yep. That you are. Outside of that, build looks pretty standard, honestly. Like, you don't get a lot of room for innovation with this deck, I feel like. Once things are kind of figured out, like, you're kind of just good to go, you know? Next up here, oh man, this is what TCG players believe to be the best variant of this deck, and every time I look at this, I'm just like, I don't understand right now, you know? Obviously, this deck, once we get Bonfire, once we get, you know, the next level of power creep for this deck, it will unfold and it will evolve into a new creature, but I'm genuinely impressed that people want to play Fractal. They want to, you know, have Karis be... They want all of this stuff to kind of flow together. But it feels like it has issues, you know. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but my consistency radar here is not exactly the greatest thing in the world. Of course, at least we can play the Skyburn here and fix all of our problems, right? That's how this works. Side deck is massively anti-meta. Holy crap, man. I'm loving these side decks, this format, where you're able to see how much people are not happy with the current state of the meta, bringing in all of these crazy power cards just to kind of help you out and detour, you know, all of the craziness that's happening. But yeah, this is what, you know, we've been seeing a lot of builds heading towards right now. You know, playing the Fire King stuff with the Tri-Brigade package. It does feel like it does miss a little bit of its synergy, but, you know, people are testing it out and it is working for some people. So I suppose that's fine. So what do you guys think about these interesting piles? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. If you have had any success with this format as well, feel free to reach out to me on social media and send over your deck, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, Thank you. Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.